Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Joshua Osborne and today I'm going to talk about the raw, unfiltered, and quite frankly, sometimes shocking truth about what happened to my body after losing 100 pounds in just 6 months. You heard that right. 100 pounds. Before we dive in, get down and hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss transformational content like this. Now let's jump in. Well, first things first, losing 100 pounds in 6 months is no small feat. And while I'm thrilled with the progress I made, I had no idea just how much it was going to affect me, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally too. Okay, so let's break this down for you. As you can imagine, losing 100 pounds in 6 months, things don't always go to plan and you end up shocking yourself. I've shocked my audience with some things. Some things are hard to hear. Some things are hard to kind of come to terms with yourself. So the very first thing I want to talk about is my loose skin, guys. Dropping 100 pounds in 6 months, as I said before, is shocking to everybody. And that's why I title my videos like this. It's an absolute truth that I lost that 100 pounds in 6 months. And you can go back to my very earliest videos and see that entire progress, as I've mentioned before. But I'm gonna be very real and show you the raw, unfiltered loose skin that I'm dealing with. And I've gone back and forth with having loose skin surgery and not having loose skin surgery, trying other things maybe, possibly, but I did my very best at combating those things with eating wholesome foods, exercising, drinking lots of water, using cocoa butter. I've tried it all. But today, in the very next clip, you're gonna see my loose skin and I'm just gonna have to be real with you guys. It's a hard thing I do. I'll post below a video where I go more into my loose skin and how I'm feeling about it, but you can check that out after this video. Well, I guess let's just take a look at my stomach and my chest. I don't deal with a lot of loose skin around my arms and around my legs. It's not something that really plagues me or plagues my mind. So I'll just show you. So here goes nothing. This is something that still plagues me mentally even after, I look the way that I do. I feel like I have some great results from losing weight naturally, but going back to my childhood, taking off my shirt at a public pool, changing in the locker room, no matter what, was always very difficult as a former fat person. So I'm just gonna do it. I've done it before on the channel. Again, I'll post that other video down below. Let me give you a realistic look at what loose skin looks like after losing 100 pounds in 6 months. Gonna go ahead and get creative with my mic placement so I can talk to you guys. Okay. So I have not worked out today yet. There's no pump here. I just got done eating at In-N-Out. Yes, I still eat what I want, guys. That's maybe another shocking thing is I don't count calories, and I've talked about that a lot. But let me give you a quick pose. Double bicep. So, overall, pretty happy with my success. Back's not too loose. My biggest thing is I do have this little double pouch thing right here that I'm not super fan of. And also, ironically, mostly my nipples, my nipple placement. I feel like they're way too low. I know this plagues a lot of guys in their 30s, 40s, and beyonds. Like you do get that sag no matter, how fat you were or how fit you were. But I do feel like my nipples should probably set up a little higher. And, obviously I can definitely lose a few more pounds. I'm not, a super skinny person. I'm actually pretty bulky. But this is what I'm dealing with, guys. And my legs, I'm not worried about my legs at all. So if this gives you any motivation, the fact that I look like that before and have shrunken down 110 pounds over the course of 8 months, 100 pounds in 6 months. I hope this part of the video gives you motivation. And hey, give me a subscribe or a like just for taking off my shirt in front of this many people. It's a hard thing for me to do. It sounds like complete bullshit, but it still is very hard for me to do. And well, I appreciate you guys being supportive in the comment section. And also, give me that subscribe if this channel is something that speaks to you. And definitely share this with anybody that's struggling as well. Like if you have a family member, friend, significant other that's like, hey, you know what? Like, I want to lose the weight, but I'm worried about the loose skin. Like, do I just, honestly, this is a serious thought that a lot of obese people have is, should I really lose the weight because I'm going to have that loose skin? Because, you know, you watch my 600-pound life and you're like, well, what quality of life does that really provide? You know, I don't know. That's a personal choice for you guys, but we'll give you a quick turnaround, give you another quick look. I'll do loose skin updates on my videos throughout, and I'll keep you guys updated whether I decide to do loose skin surgery or not. I don't have all the money in the world, and it's definitely a big financial decision, a big health decision, a big life decision. It's something that I've truly thought about and weighed upon. I'm like 90% right now wanting to do it. And then there's times I wake up in the morning and my skin reacts really well with sleep and, you know, proper nutrition and maybe being a little bit lighter. So I do fluctuate my weight like 10, 15 pounds here or there. And I do notice when I am lighter, the skin does look better. When I drink more water, the skin looks better. When I'm eating wholesome, whole foods, the skin looks better. Proper sleep, the skin looks better. And also lower stress levels, the skin looks better. And let's get on to the next topic. And the very next topic I'm about to bring up is going to shock you. As much as people told me this, as much as I would watch videos and see other major weight losses and they'd be like, yeah, this is how it is. Well, until you've lived it, which I hope you do, because I don't want any of these things to deter you from losing weight, but until you've lived it, you're never gonna truly experience it and come to know this. You know, you lose the 100 pounds. For myself, I was getting back into the dating scene, putting on a nice outfit, doing my hair real nice, unlike today, but it's a nice gloomy, rainy day out here in Las Vegas today. So beyond the point, you would think you would be on the top of the world and your self-esteem and just knowing how great you look should prevail over everything. But no, your mental doesn't always catch up with your body. And that was kind of a really hard finding for me because I'm like, yeah, I've done all this and this is something that I should really start enjoying all of this. But sometimes you have to allow your mind to catch up to your body. I was still trapped in a fat person's mind, even though, you know, some people say that I look like freaking Arnold with my shirt on, of course, because as you saw in that previous video, I look good, but the loose skin does kind of hinder, you know, showing off of all my muscles. So that's something to where it's your own journey, it's your own unique journey. You should enjoy it. You should allow your mind to catch up and your body, because your body's gonna have certain aspects of it where it needs to catch up to. And we'll talk about in the very next topic, your body may not have caught up yet to where it is, I should say. I don't know. I'll flesh that out more in just a moment. But really, guys, your mind may take 6 to 12 months to catch up to where your physical progress is, and that's okay. And your emotional progress is going to take some time, because health is all encompassing with the physical, mental, and emotional. I know that's one of the basic things they teach you in health class, but it's an intangible thing until you've regained your physical health and your mental health is here and your, you know, emotional health is here and your physical is just here, and you're like, well, when can I start enjoying the success? I promise you, keep the weight off. It will come. I think a lot of that just comes with the compliments that you get over time by the same sex, opposite sex, people within your family, friends, significant others. But you've got to believe it. And it's so funny how many times you'll go out and you'll get complimented after that weight loss and you're like, why are all these people paying attention to me? But because your physical has changed and you're carrying yourself a little different, you're setting a little taller, you're pulling that imaginary string with great posture, eventually your mental and emotional will catch up, guys. I promise you, it's absolutely worth it to go on this weight loss journey and this health journey and this body recomposition journey. Stick with it, because everything truly does heal if you give it time. So as I mentioned in my last topic, there are some physical things that don't necessarily catch up to where you physically are after losing all that weight. Now, of course, the mental and emotional may not be as shocking, but the physical part of it is after losing 100 pounds, you would think I have all this energy, and quite frankly, throughout my weight loss, I did have a ton of energy. But about month 8, where I hit 110 pounds lost, I started to just kind of lose energy. And that's to where I've got to tell you guys, like sometimes I would just come and pass out on the couch. I am a dad, and obviously I work, and at that time I didn't have a significant other. I was doing it all when my daughter wasn't with her mom. It's just something that you have to let catch up, and I promise you it's gonna feel like absolute garbage some days to come home and to have to pass out and just catch up on sleep. But sleep is so very important along your weight loss journey, and shockingly I would say it's probably more important than exercise, and right up there with diet as far as you've got to recover your muscles after tearing them down in the gym, and just mentally, because you have to de-stress too. As I talked about in one of my last videos, the more stress you have, the more weight you're going to carry around that tire in your midsection. So de-stress, sleep, allow your body to physically catch up, and we're going to move on to the very last topic now. One of my most shocking things was, because I'm not a medical professional, I didn't know you could reverse like being pre-diabetic and having high cholesterol. Well, I guess the high cholesterol makes sense because you're eating better and all of that fat store that you're carrying around your midsection that contributes to that is essentially going away. But the pre-diabetic thing was kind of astounding. Like, now I wasn't exactly pre-diabetic, but my numbers did read a lot higher than a normal 29-year-old. About a year after losing the weight, I went back to my doctor, and of course they were blown away and shocked by my transformation. But the other thing they said was, you don't just look healthier, you are physically and medically healthier by the numbers, and not just the scale numbers and not just the inches around your waist. And I was like, wow. I mean, I grew up being ridiculed by my pediatricians saying, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight. And they'd be like 500 pounds themselves saying this, and just made you not want to go to a medical professional. But that made me feel freaking awesome, guys, that a medical professional, a physician, was saying, look, like, you've made changes tangible with the numbers, and obviously your appearance. Like, that's just something I didn't grow up thinking a doctor had the ability to say. That sounds kind of weird, but that was just the way my mind worked when it was to come to these medical checkups. I thought I was just going to get blasted and humiliated. But that felt really good. And also the fact that I know that I added on years to my life. Sure, the decades that I spent morbidly obese and overweight, grotesquely obese, took years off my life, but now I've given myself back years, seemingly, sparing any major incidents. So that just makes me super happy and excited and energetic to share that with you guys, because as a bigger person, you don't think you can do it, you don't think it's a possibility, and all of a sudden you're sitting in a medical office and they're saying your numbers have changed in a major way, in a positive way. And that's one thing the world and the United States should know with all of our obesity problems is you can change it. You don't need GLP-1. You don't need these shots to make these things happen. I know people have medical issues and there's reasons why you can't do this and reasons why you can't do this. PCOS with women, and there's just, I can't speak for everybody, but I think the majority of people that are overweight can make the changes and be the cause of change. And I think, some self-accountability is definitely important. And I think it's time that as citizens in our own body, We don't rely on our government to make those changes for us. We don't rely on the medical professionals to make the changes for us. Stick to this channel. I appreciate you guys watching up until this point. If you're on a weight loss journey, comment, because I answer all of my comments and I want to hear from you guys about what you're doing today to be better than yourself the day before. I know you can do it. Stick with me. I'd love to see you in the next video, and hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm.